Hello, I'm the Casual Collector, and this is Recon Team Idaho. This is my favorite and also my longest running project. I got into it as a result of this guy in the back here, Doug LeTourneau, the Frenchman, who is the team's assistant team leader and previously radio operator on Recon Team Virginia. Doug had been trying to get a full team done for several years, and a mutual friend of ours, a guy named Jack, had contacted me and proposed that I try to help shake things up a little bit. And I ended up making 2 figures for Doug, and I kind of went from there and decided I was going to make a full team. I'd already read Across the Fence, On the Ground, and Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, so I was a big fan of Tiltmeyer and Lynn Black, and reading their books and hearing Doug's stories, it really inspired me to try to do the whole team. And I hope you enjoy hearing me talk about them and seeing them as much as I enjoyed making them. So let's get started. First, we got Tiltmeyer. Tilt is the team leader, the 1-0. He's got a Car 15, M79 grenade launcher, the Woodsman's Pal axe, and most dangerous of all, he's got a Prick 25 radio for calling in air. He also has some uniform modifications, zippered pouches added to the arms and the front, and uses the old World War II style bar belt for carrying ammunition. On his back, he's got an Indigenous scissor rucksack, as do all the team members. Next to him is Sal, who is the 01, or the Indigenous team leader. Sal was a Vietnamese member, as opposed to Montagnard. The team was all Vietnamese, South Vietnamese. He carries a bit lighter of a load than the Americans, because the Indigenous were a little lighter. They couldn't carry quite as much. Carries a Car 15, and I was able to get it tailored to shorten his uniform to make it a little bit more form-fitting, a little bit shorter. The Indigenous preferred a little bit tighter clothes, a little bit more tailored than the baggy American uniforms. So they tend to be a little bit shorter, a little bit tighter on the frame. Here we've got Doug, who was the assistant team leader under Lynn Black, and carried the radio. Carries a Car 15, an interesting M79 that's been shortened by having the stock partly chopped. It retains the full barrel length. I never was able to identify what these canisters were they had on their web gear, but I went with flares for lack of a better alternative. The other interesting modifications about Doug's uniform are the zippered pouches added to the sleeves, and he'd use his socks, which were taped up, as a sort of protection against leeches, much like gaiters were worn in Command and Control Central. We've got Lynn Black, carries a Car 15 with the underbarrel XM148 grenade launcher, which he favored. He's also got a Browning HP, which is secured on a lanyard around his neck, which is a common trick tucked into the front of the shirt. And he has a 1-0 vest, which was originally a fly fisherman's vest that he had. He brought it in country, as I recall. The fishing rod was given away as a trade for him to get a date, and he ended up using the fly fisherman's vest as a kind of a survival vest, and had duplicates made up with canvas from truck canvas to be issued to other recon team men. Lynn Black also served on Recon Team Alabama, which was almost wiped out at the Battle of Oscar 8, and it was by very lucky break and very skilled action that they survived what could have easily been a catastrophe. And I really recommend reading his book, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, or the story in Across the Fence to get a full flavor, because you had a small recon team going against 10,000 guys, and they walked out of it with only 3 losses. It was amazing. He also carries one other unique item, which is a SOG bolo. These banana knives were issued by CISO to recon men for clearing brush. This is something I had done by a guy named Mike Scram. It's actual metal, and the handle was carved out of a set of bamboo chopsticks. For the other Indige members, we have Hiep, who is the team's interpreter. He had an eye condition which required him to wear dark sunglasses at all times. Carries a Car 15, and according to Tilt, he favored these dark dyed uniforms. Hiep actually made it to the U.S. He ran a pet shop, I believe, in the Houston area, and he died in the 2010s. Till had a story that after 9/11, he was talking to Hiep, and Hiep proposed that they go to Afghanistan and fight it out with the Al Qaeda and the Taliban. So a real American a real soldier, and really loved his adopted land. We've got Tuan, who is the team's Grenadier. He's got a parachute silk scarf, and interestingly, he's got one of these CISO uniforms. These were sterile uniforms that were made by CISO for use across the fence as a kind of non-standard gear, so that they wouldn't necessarily be recognized as Americans. Lastly, we've got the Point Man's son. So Son's load is based off of the photos that they had for the DMZ mission. He's carrying an AK chest rig, AK, and he's wearing an NVA uniform. He also would carry a Car 15 as circumstances warranted, but I felt like the Point Man as an NVA was too good to pass up, and I had to do it. They had some great photos from the DMZ mission, which never had happened, but really gives a good look for the gear that Idaho was wearing at that time. And that's the team. This has been a labor of love that I've been working on for 8-10 years now, and I've really enjoyed putting it together. Kind of sad to see it finally completed, but it's been a real joy to make, and I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you enjoyed seeing Idaho. Thank you, and have a great day.